Good evening, and welcome. We got ourselves a game here against Aitor Cullen from Armenia. No, Venezuela. Shit, man, you're under attack. Trump's got your president. Seems like crazy world we live in. I mean, none of it is a surprise. I hope nobody's surprised about, you know, World War III and shit. It's been in the pipeline for a while. Um, but I suspect, or at least I hope, that they deliver a somewhat palatable version of it, so that we can continue on with our merry lives on the internet without too much interruption. Hmm. We got an interesting situation here with Aitor. Uh, Not fully sure who's ahead and who's behind, and I fall into this kind of pattern quite a lot with the double rooks and the queen sort of running for shelter. And as well as the sack pawn, I'm tempted to do a double push here, and that might just be what's needed to get some momentum rolling. Let's do it. Let's do it. We need to get the ball rolling here. Getting the ball rolling. Okay, he delivers a check. Okay, this is dangerous here. This is dangerous. That bishop is going to be quite a pest. And now we know what he's up to. So we're going to attack that bishop. We're going to launch a double attack on that bishop, I think. Yeah, he's thinking of mating us. But we are telling him that no matter what, that bishop is not going to control this diagonal forever. So we're taking it off, and now we're clarifying the structure. We might lose this pawn, but we're still ahead. And now we might not even lose that pawn, because he decided to take a check when he should have taken a pawn. That was an angry check. He was so loving this diagonal. He's angry about it that he delivered a check. Don't let your emotions get the better of you. If the plan doesn't quite happen according to plan, you just gotta adapt. See, he's grappling with reality now, after the fact. Okay. Okay, it's not an easy position though. So let's not get ahead of ourselves here. This game can go any which way. I don't see any crazy sacrifices for him. This is just sort of like aggressive swashbuckling. It doesn't seem like it has a follow up. Well, that's a good follow up. Not bad. Not bad at all. Shit, that's a good move. That is a fine move. Fine move. That actually brings it all together for him a little bit. Okay, we're gonna play one move to just hold this, hold this, hold this. We've got to think here for a sec. How do we? He's just played a straightforward move. We are under a bit of trouble here. Definitely in a bit of trouble. Okay, we're just gonna hold things super solid. Feels a bit tight, cramped for the king, but I think it's okay. He's not going for this mate anymore. He's diverted his resources down the main line. He's going for aggression. So yeah, he's a player with a lot of tempo styles. Plays with a lot of ferocity. We have to close the gate here. Close the gate. And now he brings in the third attacker. Wow. Excellent play, sir. Excellent play. I think I'm gonna have to concede something. It feels like just too much pressure. I could try this, but it's walking into trouble. Isn't it walking into trouble? I need to have an unleashing move here. At least this way we'll get the queens off the board and we can reduce some of the pressure. But will that even help much? This guy is turning up a real firestorm against us. What do we do? Do we go for it instead? I think we need to get that queen off the board. The pressure is just too much. Now, he's still found good moves. Good knight check. Gets the bishop off. Or I guess the rook off, actually. The motifs were just too strong. The motifs were really just too strong for us. But it's okay. 1 minute, 1.5 minutes left. We've got some time here to do something. This rook is also looking a little bit out of place. He's got some figuring out to do. He's spending a bit too much time. Taking away this check square from him. He really wants to get in here. I'm afraid, guys, it's going to be another sad story of playing with an uncle who doesn't have no blitz game. Oh, he's got something going on. Yeah, he understood something about this. Okay. Yeah, uncle's got no blitz game. It's remarkable how much these guys suck in blitz. I don't know. Just playing a holding move now. There's not much to do. He's not going to do anything. You see, he's just sort of trying to be a GM, but you never need. You just had to wait around the whole time. Didn't you know that? Didn't you know that? Nobody told you that. Um, he's going for a trade-off. The trade-off wouldn't help me. Oh, I thought I moved there. He's like a okay. I think he wasn't an uncle. He just fell asleep or something. Aitor Cullen from Venezuela got busy getting bombed while the game was going on and couldn't play his moves right. Yeah, I mean, look, if an uncle wants to come along my way, I'm happy to indulge. But let's analyze the game anyway. Um, yeah, didn't play the spot so well. But we got something, and then I went for this cracker f4 move, but it was the wrong idea. It was the wrong idea. Better would have been a gentle kick, and then what? And then e4. This is some advanced chess. I mean, okay, what about h5? H4 then. You just ignore it and play knight f3. Oh yeah. So this bishop's in a weird position because you go back and you get into this fork. That's the point. Interesting. Yeah, no, I didn't quite get that. So we played with our juvenile big center grabbing approach, and it looks pretty good on the surface, but he has his check, and it is powerful actually. And he has the right idea about the mating motif, but it's not ripe yet, Sonny boy. It's not ripe yet. And this rook here is actually the main idea of this position. The main power move of this position is rook down there. Amazing square. Amazing square for it. And we don't even react to that pawn. We just sort of indulge his plan, and we apparently we walked ourselves into even more trouble here because he could have choked our bishop out. Trade off, and then what? Wait. Why wouldn't I just do this? Cause takes. What? Am I getting mated or something? Why not this? Takes, and then rook takes, and now I'm mate in 4. Amazing. How is this mate in 4? Oh, because the other rook has the check. Right. Wow. So that would have been the ultimate choke slam move right here. He didn't see it. We played our intermezzo. This all went according to my shitty plan, apparently, to not get mated. But then he kind of does something a bit too spicy here. This is a bit too spicy, and it should have been punished. And we played a good move, a solidifying move, but he comes up with some more pressure here. And I regress. I go a bit defensive. This was the main problem. This was the main problem in my whole game was I went defensive here. I acknowledged because I was surprised, I went defensive. But I really do feel there's tremendous amount of pressure brewing on me too that I can't just attack. It's hard to attack when you're under pressure. But this is a remarkably resilient structure for the king. Despite its vulnerable appearance, we can toggle between over defending this pawn versus having freedom for the king on our own whims. Anyhow, he went off the line. This was a pretty average game, let's just face it. We didn't have the right ideas here. We went into a defensive mode, which was the wrong way to play. And he continued his attack, and now we cashed out. We cashed out because it was too much. And I played a wrong step here. I needed the intermezzo because I'm not following it, man. I needed the intermezzo because because after rook e8 and rook e1 or rook f2, doesn't he still have knight check here? He does, but this time I guess I get some counterplay. I mean, this pawn. Yeah. Okay, fine. Whatever. Minor detail, but it matters. So instead, we just lose the material without getting the pawn. And now again, just these bad moves, a lot of bad moves. But this was one defensive move he made, which was a bad one. All the defensive moves have basically been bad moves. And here he didn't like the situation so much that he sacked the exchange. And it was totally a drawn position now. And it was just easy for us. Yeah, now it was just easy. And we should have won this with this whole idea here, but I saw it too late, and then I figured, fuck it. I'm trying to win on clock anyway, so there's no point in even trying to play so amazing. But he played really fast in the final seconds. Had he done so sooner? Anyway, cheers.